They will receive. Steve Christie will kick it away. And deep for the Seahawks, number 30, Amon Green, and number 19, Fabian Bowens. Welcome indoors, Mr. Sims.
Yeah, it's good to be indoors. It's cool outside, you know, and I don't like the cold weather, so.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, there you go.
Steve Christie kicks it away, and we are underway in Seattle. This is Amon Green from the 7. To the 30. The 40. Christie to beat. And finally forced out of bounds. 54-yard return in out of Nebraska. And now John Kitna will lead the Seattle offense onto the field. 5 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions on the season. Kitna in his 3rd season out of Central Washington. An excellent field position for the Seahawks. Ricky Waters across the 35 to about the 34-yard line to pick up a 4 on the play.
Miss Eric Moulds, but this guy, he's just not a rookie. This is a really fast rookie who knows how to play and make catches. Did it at Tennessee. Doug Flutie says he's the fastest receiver on the football team, so some good recommendations from the quarterback and offensive coordinator.
On first down. Coming this way and then being trapped is Jonathan Linton. Michael Sinclair, the first one there. You know, those Arizona spas must have been really busy in the offseason. Michael Sinclair says he lost 10 pounds. Cortez Kennedy said he went out and lost 10 pounds during the offseason.
No, you know what that is? That's called a new coach in town. And when a new coach comes in town, it's get in shape better than you've ever been in your whole life. Of course, with Michael Sinclair, there was a big reason. But Cortez, all of them, lose weight, get ready for what Mike Holmgren's going to expect of you.
5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Flutie going to go for the end zone. Touchdown. Peerless Price. What a throw by Flutie.
Well, Doug Flutie always says, make me stand in the pocket. That's okay. I'll beat you by throwing the football down the field. And that ball, oh, Brian Walker, number 25, can't get his hand up quick enough. That ball had a little extra on it.
Price basking in the glow of his first NFL touchdown. Steve Christie. The ball is fumbled by Moore, and it's a loose ball. And it's looking not unlike a soccer game at this point. Wade Phillips looking a little philosophical. 1:59 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's now a 23-9 game, Seattle.
本当でしたらこれが1点入って10対23、その差が2本差で、第4クォーター2本すればひっくり返るという。そうですね、つまらないミスですね。
Love going out on the field too.
Whatever it takes. Buffalo Bills. That extra point, it's always big when you're not scoring points in the NFL, but instead of being down 13, they're still down 14, so 2 scores to get them back. And what a job on the onside kick.
And it belongs to the Buffalo Bills.
That ball traveled 10 yards.
Mike Holmgren says he touched the ball.
I didn't see the touch. Let's watch. The all-22. Here's the 30. If it crosses the 40 before anybody touches it, it's going. Oh, yes, not touched.
Legal recovery. First down.
It is a legal recovery, and the Buffalo Bills going to try to maintain some of that momentum. Mike Holmgren wants it reviewed. We'll be back.
とりあえず今のはオンサイドキック成功。
通常のフォーメーションからオンサイド決定、キッカーバーチが前に出て、その後ろを追いかけるようにキッカーが取ったんです。
Well, the replay system is working again.
The ruling on the field stands. The ball went approximately 11 yards before it was touched by Buffalo. That touching is legal. Therefore, it's a first down for Buffalo. Timeout. Stars to Seattle.
Here he comes. Look at this. 10 yards. There's 5. 10 and touched at 11 yards. Good call. No dispute.
And good job by Steve Christie. Mike Holmgren challenging the call. Now burns a timeout. Seattle is left with 2 for the game.
See, I thought maybe Mike Holmgren wouldn't challenge it once we showed a replay, because if somebody's up in the booth or anybody, a coach, and they see it, they go, no, you better not do it because it doesn't look very good. But I think he was convinced himself that he saw that it was touch being on the field. But there's the coach's box.
Meanwhile, 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Look at the Bills, the number of yards they've chalked up this quarter. On the blitz, Flutie escapes and throws it away. Oh, what a magic act he pulled.
I'll tell you, Doug Flutie has escaped Michael Sinclair 3 times today. Here he comes. Anthony Simmons, number 51 on the blitz. Oh, it's Anthony Simmons that just misses him. Then everybody else comes, Chad Brown. But Seattle, they can feel the momentum going to Buffalo, so they want to stop it. Coming with the blitz, make it difficult for the offense.
The kind of day Doug Flutie has had today. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 10. Another blitz. Pass is complete. This is Price. And Price out to about the 47, 48-yard line to pick up a 5.
Well, I like the strategy when the game gets like this and you've dominated the whole day and all of a sudden Buffalo's looking at a chance to really get back in it. Well, you got to be aggressive. So again, if you sit back in this league, the quarterbacks and receivers, they will come back on you.
Flutie's numbers. 34 passes to 19 rushes.
Not much choice there when you're behind like they are. You want to make plays, you got to do it in the passing game.
On 3rd and 4, Flutie to this side. Andre Reed right through his arms. And right there with him was Sean Springs.
Last year, that was a bread and butter play for the Buffalo Bills. Andre Reed covered tight. He fakes going up the field and stop, and Doug Flutie throws it to the back shoulder. This year, teams have seen it, and they're taking it away from the Buffalo Bills. And look at that, 6 drop passes. That's probably the biggest difference in the game right now. The Bills had a few drives stopped by drop passes.
4th and 4. High floater, Charlie Rogers, fair catch at the 15-yard line. Doug Flutie missing Eric Moles at the wideout today. He says he's our most explosive weapon, and he's not here.
非常にもったいないシリーズでしたね。
サーダウン4、ここを取っておけば大
ベテラ
きな。
ンでもこのなんていうんですかね、伝染病のごとく
はい。
パスを落とす。
Did you miss a big game? Now you can relive each game from the NFL season. Get stats, photos, and complete play-by-play drive charts in the 1999 archive. Just click on NFL at cbs.sportsline.com. First down from their own 15 for the Seahawks, and the Bills have dominated play here in the 3rd quarter. On the ground, and Ricky Waters blows through the right side of the line for a pickup of 6 on the play. Armin Gutane, Phil Simms, yours truly, Greg Gumbel here at the Seattle Kingdom. Incidentally, don't forget to cast your vote for Phil Simms as Analyst of the Decade.
I will. My wife will. We have Larry Cavallina and Mark Wolf sweating in the truck.
Waters again, right side for 1. You know, actually, if you want to condense them into one person, it would either be Mark Cavallina or Larry Wolf.
If I did it, I really wouldn't like him. So we can't do that.
Time running down on us here with 5 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. The teams will change ends and have 15 minutes to decide it. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Seattle 23 and Buffalo 9, and we'll come back to the Kingdom after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
0120読むは毎日読むは毎日読むは毎日 毎日新聞予報は毎日
I see dead people walking around like regular people.
Is anyone there?
目覚めてはならない第6の感覚シックスセンス。
シーホークスの今の攻撃なんですけども、とりあえずこれを早めに止めて、ビルズは攻撃をしなくちゃいけない。
先ほどのオンサイドが非常にもったいなかったですね。
ということです。さあ頑張ってもらいましょう。
The Buffalo Bills haven't scored more than 10 points in the fourth quarter of any game this season. They have a mountain to climb. Meanwhile, Seattle, first down or third down from the 22. Kitna. Wide open over the middle. Reggie Brown across the 45. First down, Seahawks.
Couple nice things in that play for the Seattle Seahawks offense. Good protection up front. They come with the blitz. Inside, you can see the extra defender coming, and then Reggie Brown just does a good job selling it and faking like he's going to go outside. And Marlo Perry, he's caught when he breaks back inside. Nobody there.
First down from the 48 now. Kitna with time. Throws. It is incomplete. Intended for number 81, Sean Dawkins. The crowd says interference. The officials say no.
Well, Thomas Smith, good job. Excellent job. It doesn't matter where that right hand is. He's allowed to put that on the receiver as long as he doesn't turn or affect the receiver's chances of catching the football. Good play, good no call.
Or some people could be more sensitive to touch than others.
Okay. I don't think so on this football field, though.
Just a thought. Second and 10. This is Brown for a couple. Meanwhile, Mike Holmgren's offense, he's going to go and he's going to look at the film, and you'd have to think by and large he's going to be pretty pleased with the way John Kitna and company have performed today.
Oh, I think he's going to be more than that. I like what he said to Armin Katan as he's going off the field the first half. Hey, sometimes sooner or later you got to throw him out of the nest. And he's played it very close to the vest, I think, so far this year. And now it's time to see what all of his teaching and his ranting and raving, as we can see there, what's been absorbed by his players. And today, if it's any answer, they've been listening, and they're listening to coaches who teaches them.
Kitna needs the 42 for a first down. Thrown over the middle, incomplete. Intended for his tight end, Christian Foria, and Kurt Schultz was there to cover.
Now, the thing about Mike Holmgren, he's standing over there today, getting paid a lot of money and getting to wear about 9 hats. I don't really know all the titles he's got with the Seahawks, because he knows how to design an offense and make people execute it. He did it in San Francisco for many years. He did it in Green Bay for many years. And there's no doubt here in Seattle, this is going to be one of the prolific offenses in the National Football League in the next couple years.
High kick, Kevin Williams, fair catch at the 18. And for the record, Mike Holmgren is the Executive Vice President of Football Operations, the General Manager, and the Head Coach.
Thank you.
ということで19ヤード、そんなに悪いフィールドポジションじゃありません。とりあえずここからじりじりととも言ってられないか、スコンスコンと決めてもらいたいところです。ビルス。
Welcome back to the Kingdom in Seattle. 13:24 to play here in the fourth quarter. Seahawks with a 23-9 lead. We have seen a decided change in momentum here in the second half as the Buffalo Bills have moved the football up and down the field with regularity. Moody to throw. Incomplete. Batted down by number 28, Kerry Joseph. Kerry Joseph will make it Chris Canty.
First round draft pick of the New England Patriots a couple years ago. Having a good day today. Really has done an excellent job for the Seahawks, being what you call that extra defensive back, which I think is one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League. If you're a corner, you got the sideline to help you. If you're the extra defensive back, you're in the middle of the field, and those receivers can run anywhere.
Running play, Jonathan Linton across the 20 to about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play. The Jets still with a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time to play at Oakland. And the Green Bay Packers, that score got a big roar from the fans here in the Kingdom.
Oh, I'm sure it did. They were happy about two things, the Raiders losing and San Diego losing here. But what I think you see a lot in the league as I watch the scores, when a team is not happy with the performance one week, they come back the following week and just play the exact opposite.
3rd and 7 for Flutie. Over the middle. Incomplete. Batted down again, this time by Brian Walker.
And another guy, Brian Walker, number 25. You have Chris Canny, number 26, making a play earlier. This is the other extra defensive back that has just played so well this year. Look at that. Not only does he get up and make the play, but he also, by hitting it up in the air, is giving the other defensive backs a chance to come in and get the interception.
So now on comes Chris Moore. And Charlie Rogers is deep. Rogers, fair catch call at the 39-yard line. And the diving catch stops the clock with 12:25 to play here in regulation. And Seattle with the ball in the lead.
フェアキャッチなんとかしました。それでまたいいフィールドポジションからシアトル。シアトルははっきり言いましてたっぷり時間を使ってくるわけなんですけどもね。何かビッグプレーがあると面白い。
You want to know why those fans were cheering that San Diego score? A Charger loss and Seattle win today creates a three-way tie. Those two teams in Kansas City atop the AFC West at 4-2. Still 12:25 to play in this game, and Kitna to throw. And he's going to go down the left sideline. It is complete. Sean Dawkins. Dawkins to the 25 and out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Well, what happens is that when you get behind, you got to play a defense that's going to take some chances, and you got single coverage on the outside. I love what Seattle does. Thomas Smith against Sean Dawkins. Throw it down there, and what's the adjustment? Sean Dawkins sees the football, slows down, comes back, and makes the catch.
Over on the Buffalo sideline, Wade says, you know, I thought we had it going.
Well, that play, well, that could almost seal it for him because you're down 14 points, and now they're already in field goal range.
Ricky Waters through a hole close to the 15-yard line. You know, this offense of the Seattle Seahawks, as we mentioned earlier, minus Joey Galloway. If you were watching the NFL today, where was Joey Galloway? Playing flag football in West Virginia.
Well, and as you looked, and we got ready for this game, and you look at all the films, and you talk to the coaches and the players and everything, defense, offense, it doesn't matter. They all say the same thing. Boy, we'd be a lot different if Joey Galloway was here.
Last season, Galloway, 1,047 yards and 10 touchdowns as Waters tries the left side. And he has lost, well, he's lost close to $1 million in salary. Yeah. There's another $500,000 in fines pending, which Mike Holmgren told us if Joey Galloway comes in, he's going to have to pay. And you'd have to think that Joey Galloway can't do himself any good by not being here.
Well, look, I have no interest in this except just what it means to the league. And I just say this, Joey Galloway, just come on in. There's a lot of good things that can happen. One, it'll be good for your contract for the future. Look what this offense is doing, what he can do, and just think of what you could mean to the football team.
Hittner steps up and is dragged down. Number 99, Gabe Northern, is there.
But Greg, when you talk about it, you can see what this offense can do, what they could do with Joey Galloway. Mike Holmgren told us, he says, hey, he's going to catch 90 passes in this offense because he's done it with everybody everywhere he's been. And Dan Williams, Kansas City defensive lineman, held out last year. Season was over. He called up Guthrie Cunningham. He says, I can't wait to come in. Look, players, you're a player. Come in. The salary thing will take care of itself. Whatever has to be done, you do it. A couple years go by, you'll be up again for a new salary. You can be the highest paid in the league.
Todd Peterson, 3 out of 3, and now 4 out of 4 in the field goal department. That one from 34 yards out. The Seahawks lead at 26-9, 10:02 to play.
見るが非常に厳しい状態になりましたね。
9対26ですからね、ちょっとこれは厳しいんですが、しかしダグ・フルーティーもう1本2本は返してもらいたいなと。 ワクワクさせてもらいたいです
In Joey Galloway's absence, John Kitna has had to look elsewhere, and he has found 5 different receivers today for his passes. Yeah, 98 and 91 yards, Mays and Dawkins, respectively. Kevin Williams deep. And Williams from the 3. Leaps and goes down at the 21-yard line. Brian Walker with the tackle, and we check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. I'm with one of the great running backs in the history of the National Football League, Thurman Thomas, now in his 13th year. Thurman, you've got a bruised liver, which doesn't sound very good at all. Is it painful, and when are you coming back?
Well, it was just painful for the first couple of weeks, but it's healing real good right now. I might make it back for the Washington game, but definitely the following week against the Miami Dolphins at home, I'll definitely be in that game.
Put your head coaching cap on for a second and give me an assessment of what you've seen so far and what has to happen for Buffalo to get back in.
Well, I think, the last couple of weeks we've tried to run the ball really well and keep an offense like Seattle's off the field, but I think you got to give them a lot of credit. They're playing great defense. With the absence of Eric Mose on offense, they're able to double-team Andre and sometimes double-team Kevin Williams. But I think overall, we just need to keep plugging at them and try to come up with some big plays in this offense.
Great. Hope to see you back soon, Thurman. Right. Greg, back to you.
All right, Armin, you are right. One of the really fine running backs in the history of the National Football League. And number 21, Manny Martin, is on his back at about the 15-yard line. And while we have a moment, let's check in with our New York studios. Once again, here's Jim Nance. Jim?
Well, Greg, an injury in this game. Tyrone Wheatley carted off the field with an injury, so Zach Crockett comes in for him, and he's found the end zone as the Raiders cut into that jet 10-point lead. It's down to 3 with an even 8 minutes remaining in Oakland. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thanks very much. So Manny Martin being helped off the field. While we have a moment, Phil, let's just finish up the situation on Joey Galloway. We should make it clear that Joey Galloway has to be on the roster for at least 6 games this season, or else he finds himself in the very same position next year that he is now.
Yeah, so there's 2 ways to do it. Either sign the deal that's on the table that they offered you. I don't know if it's still there for him, but come in, play it out, then you're a free agent next year. Of course, Seattle's going to put the franchise tag on him, but it's going to work out. And the only way it can work out is for him to be in here. And you see this team, and you got to know what part you would play on it and how good it can be for you and for everybody else. It's just too much to miss.
Galloway wants to be the highest paid receiver in the NFL. That distinction belongs to Antonio Freeman now. Mike Holmgren says, I can't do that. I can only make you the 2nd highest. But only 2 receivers in the last couple of years have caught more touchdown passes than Joey Galloway, Chris Carter, and Antonio Freeman. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Flutie needs to get something going in a hurry. Over the middle, complete across the 25 to the 27 is Camille Loud.
The other thing is, too, just watching Armin Katayan talking to Thurman Thomas, and to hear Joe Pendry talk about Thurman Thomas, what he means to this football team. Not only is he a good player running the football, catching it. We heard Doug Flutie say on 3rd down, and that was in the shotgun formation. Thurman Thomas is great back there with me. But he said he is such a tremendous leader. He makes players get motivated, pay attention, and do the right thing.
Flutie runs out of bounds across the 35 to the 37. A 10-yard pickup and enough for a Buffalo 1st down. And even at this point, stopping the clock is a good idea for the Bills.
Well, again,
now it starts up again.
Greg, they were trying to prolong the game in the 3rd quarter. Now they really got to make it happen in a hurry. 3 scores down with 9 minutes to go.
Against the Seattle defense that has been pretty stout when it's had to be today.
And what a quarterback has to do in a situation like this, when an opportunity is there, maybe you don't know if it's really the right thing to do. Sometimes when you're down 3 scores, you got to take a chance.
On the blitz, quick pass over the middle for Peerless Price, and it's off his hand, incomplete.
And, of course, the big thing is one of the subjects that will be written in the papers. Wade Phillips brought the team out early, and, no matter what you do, you're always going to be second-guessed there.
You said whenever you go, once you make that trip from coast to coast, it's going to be tough on a football team.
It's a killer. Listen, look, you do it ourselves. It knocks us out for a day or 2. A football player who's making his livelihood on how he feels, I think it's the smart and only thing to do. When you're going from coast to coast, you need an extra day to get adjusted.
Second and 10. Flutie steps up, goes long down the field. It is complete. It is incomplete, out of bounds to Peerless Price. And that's a big gainer for the Buffalo Bills inside the 20.
That was a really good example. Two things: the strength of Doug Flutie's arm and the speed of Peerless Price. That time, Willie Williams is running with him. Watch Kerry Joseph, number 28. He reads the play. Doug Flutie basically looks over there. He makes the break. I got it, he says. He's going to get over there. And you know what happens? He can't get there fast enough, and it even misjudges the speed of Peerless Price.
So now the Bills, in a hurry, eat up a chunk of yardage. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Pass batted down, incomplete. Not the first time that's happened to Doug Flutie today or last week against the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, quite a few passes batted down last week. There's the stats for today. Any quarterback, when you blitz him, in which what happened that last play, that means there's going to be a lot of people in front of him, and you try to throw a short pass over the middle, you're 7 foot tall. It'd be hard to get it over the defender's hands.
Second and 10. Flutie rolls, looks for a man, finds him, complete. Camille Loud out of bounds, and it looks to be enough for a first and goal.
That was a good job by Camille Loud. What happens is this team and these receivers, they are used to seeing this. Doug Flutie rolling out of the pocket, and Camille Loud was going over the middle, stopped, went the other way. Chris Canty, number 26, couldn't change direction quick enough to stay with him.
So now first and goal for the Buffalo Bills from the 7. Flutie under the blitz, throws incomplete into the end zone. For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS and the game between the Buffalo Bills and Seattle Seahawks. I'm Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms and Armin Katayan. Our score here, the Seahawks 26 and the Buffalo Bills 9. 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West Coast. And tonight on 60 Minutes, Ed Bradley and Bill Bradley on why Bill Bradley wants to be president. Bill, not Ed. 60 Minutes tonight. Second and goal for the Bills. 7:44 to play in regulation. Flutie with lots of time under the gun, throws it away, incomplete. And Flutie appears to be arguing the fact that one of his receivers was knocked down in the end zone.
Yeah, somebody looked like they got a really good push in the back. Peerless Price, and he went flying down on all fours as Doug Flutie was trying to throw it to him. But I'm watching the Seattle defensive linemen. They are doing a terrific job. They're beating the offensive linemen, but Doug Flutie, even when he doesn't scramble outside the pocket, moves around well enough inside to buy those extra time. Watch this. Let's see. What? Here he goes. Let me step up, shuffle, get up, throw the play. And the receiver and the defensive backs run into each other is what happened.
And now Doug Flutie calls timeout. The first timeout used by the Bills here in the second half. And it stops the clock with 7:38 to play here in the fourth quarter. While we have a moment, let's remind you again, tonight on 60 Minutes, Ed Bradley and Bill Bradley on why he wants to be president. Bill, not Ed. 60 Minutes tonight. Then it's a powerful, all-new Touched by an Angel, followed by the CBS Sunday movie, The Soul Collector, a mystical story starring Melissa Gilbert, Bruce Greenwood, and Ossie Davis. That's all tonight here on CBS.
You know, the other day, Greg, we had a good time talking to Wade Phillips, and, you know, we talked a lot of strategy. Then we started talking about his father, and it was just fun to listen to him talk about his father, what he learned from him. A couple things. The one thing he says, my dad just had his greatest quality. He just had great common sense, and he just could always size up situations and just get the right answer with no problem at all. And just fun to hear about Bum Phillips.
3rd and 7. The pass Quick slant, incomplete, penalty marker. Peerless Price, the intended receiver. Sean Springs, the defender.
Good call. Sean Springs definitely made contact before the ball arrived.
Tom White, our referee.
Pass interference. Number 24, defense. That's a first down.
Watch Sean Springs, going to be at the bottom of the screen. Blitz. Adjusts around. It's quick. Already was driving through the receiver before the football got there.
Antoine Smith, Sam Gash in the backfield. First and goal from the 1. The fake to Smith. The pass into the end zone. Touchdown, Jay Remersma. Jay Remersma, bothered with a groin injury, hasn't practiced in 3 weeks, but he can play on Sunday.
He can go in there in the end zone and catch some touchdowns. Sam Adams, number 98. Watch Doug Flutie this time. Boy, Sam Adams, what a job getting off the line of scrimmage. You can see the blitz. Good job by Doug Flutie just getting rid of the football.
Steve Christie for the extra point. And it's good. Jay Remersma in for the first play all day, and he catches the touchdown pass. 7:32 to play. 26-16.
これは見事でした。あれだけの目の前から来るプレッシャーでよく投げれますね。
そうですね。
さすがダグ・フルーティーといった感じ。しかし。
Welcome back to the Kingdome in Seattle. Doug Flutie touchdown pass pulls the Bills to within 10. And the Seattle Seahawks guarding against the onside kick. You say you wouldn't onside kick it here.
Kick it off, make Seattle get some first downs, and if they don't, you get good field position. Prolong the game. Make them make plays. If you onside kick it, you have to drive too far to score.
Sean Springs from the 10 and run out of bounds just across the 25-yard line.
You see what I'm saying? If they onside kick and Seattle recovered, that would basically end the game, because now they would run 3 plays, make it go about 80 yards, and you don't want to do that. Make them come out and play.
Todd Peterson has been in field goal heaven here. Here's a summary of what's happened today. John Kitna with a couple of touchdown passes. So has Doug Flutie, but Flutie threw 2 costly interceptions in the first half. The yardage is about even. Look at the number of first downs.
Well, the Buffalo Bills, what has happened statistically, they've had to play desperate football in the second half, so they're getting the yards. Seattle playing smart, got a field goal, but they want the game to be over with, so playing maybe a little more conservative than they would.
Throws incomplete. Reggie Brown, the intended receiver, and a penalty marker is down on the far side of the field. The conference is taking place behind Brian Habib.
Yeah. False start.
Illegal formation. Number 70 lined up on the end of the line of scrimmage. The penalty is declined. Second down.
Well, that's probably,
I don't know,
number 71, Walter Jones. So that means the wide receiver didn't cover the tackle.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ricky Waters for a couple as the Buffalo defense tries to stop them here with the clock moving up on 7 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Ted Washington in the middle of that pileup.
See, always, Greg, I talk about this every week, just the hardest way to play offense. You just, what do? You want to just get a first down, and you're over there. Do we run? Do we throw? We want the clock to keep moving. And, you know, that's the problem Mike Holmgren's faced with here. You got to throw the football. You got to pick up a first down and keep that clock moving.
Well, throwing the football is the way they've made their bread and butter so far here today. Kitna under center. Quick drop. Steps up. Brought down. Sean Moran and Sean Price met at the quarterback, and the Seahawks will have to kick it away.
You know, John Kitna realizes he's in trouble pretty quick here because this Buffalo front, it's desperate and it's putting pressure on him. But he does a good job here. Don't just get rid of the football to avoid the sack. Take the sack. What it does, you didn't really lose any yards, keeps the clock moving.
6:05 to play here in the fourth quarter, and Kevin Williams is deep as the Bills look for a big return on special teams. Beagles launches another high floater. Fair catch is made at the 31-yard line by Williams. We told you earlier the AFC West can tighten up considerably with a Seattle victory here today. San Diego a winner. Kansas City beat Baltimore Thursday night. San Diego lost, rather. Seattle with a win here today, and it would be 3 teams at 4-2 atop the AFC West.
And see, this is probably the way you expected the AFC West to go before the season started. And boy, I tell you what I see there. I just see a really tough division where right now, except for Denver, hard to pick a favorite.
Flutie from the shotgun. On the blitz. Sprinting to his right, looking for anyone open. Throws this side and incomplete. And he missed number 81, Peerless Price, in the middle of the field.
Well, you can study films all week, and you're a defensive player. And what happens a lot of times as an athlete, and I did it too, when you would watch film, guys wouldn't look that imposing physically on the film. And then you go out during the game and you go, man, he was really good. He didn't look like that on the film. And that's what these players are saying about Doug Flutie. He's quicker and faster when you try to get him here in person.
Short drop, quick pass, Price, midfield, 45, and down at about the 42, maybe the 41-yard line. First down, Bills. 27-yard pickup, and the Bills will go without a huddle.
Boy, this is Peerless Price. He's looking like he's going to be something special at the wide receiver position.
Flutie throws incomplete, and a penalty marker is down. Willie Williams and Peerless Price were on this side of the field. You get the feeling Mike Holmgren does not like the way this game is going right about now.
Well, what happens is, I'll tell you why. The clock was such
Pass interference. Number 27 defense. That's a first down.
It was such a deterrent against Buffalo, but now they've moved it so quick and scored, it's almost not even, you don't have to worry about it as much anymore, because if Buffalo doesn't do, they get a few yards, they could still kick a field goal right here and be within one score, and Seattle then would have to come out and play like the score was tied. They would need some first downs.
5 catches, 106 yards, and a touchdown today. He has to be reckoned with. First down from the 36. Flutie under the gun and goes down. Loose football. Seattle has it. Sam Adams covered it, and Michael Sinclair forced the fumble.
Well, it took him 54 minutes and 50 seconds, but Michael Sinclair, after hustling all day long and working hard and putting pressure on the quarterback, he does it when it really counts. He makes the play that's going to win the football game for the Seattle Seahawks today. Boy, what a hit, too.
He went right around number 77, Robert Hicks, and a big recovery for the Seahawks. First down at their own 45. Waters for 2.
Well, I tell you, Michael Sinclair, though, Greg, he told us that he was going full steam ahead at Doug Flutie. He wasn't going to slow down and wait for him to move. No, look at him telling Matt LeBounty, I gave him the right hand, left hand, knocked his hands off of me and got the edge and made the sack, and that's what he did.
We related earlier via Armin Katan that he's the only football player who has a little lunch at halftime. Takes medication, diabetes. and has played a whale of a football game today.
We saw him before the game out on the field before he put the equipment on, and he is the most in-shape defensive lineman I've seen in the National Football League.
Kitna's pass complete, short of a first down, to number 87, Derek Mays, who's had a terrific afternoon himself. 60 Minutes coming up next here on CBS, except on the West Coast.
I think this thing, Greg, I said earlier, when I look at Seattle, what would make me think as a fan, even as a coach or whoever, what would make me think that we have a chance to really do well and win a lot of games is that front defensive line. It has a chance to be special.
Since 1996, Michael Sinclair, 44.5 sacks. That's the most of anyone in the National Football League in that time period span. Looking for the first down. Kitna throws. It is complete. Penalty marker down on this side of the field. That's Derek Mays, but now let's check the flag.
What a catch. What a catch. Looks like maybe are trying to decide is it a first down or not. I don't know.
Holding. Number 27. Defense. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That's Ken Irvin.
See, now what I would have done, watch Derek Mays, number 87. Nice fake. Went way outside, then comes back underneath. Look at that catch. See, and I'm not kidding either. You're going to laugh. I would have declined the penalty because we took a catch away from Derek Mays. And you know, I like, because the couple yards is nobody cares here in this situation. But I'm serious. The catch, these guys, it means something to them. Hey, Craig, you got to throw him a bone. He's had a great day today. Give him another catch. Look at them. 100 yards better than what they've averaged so far this year.
They're going to keep it on the ground again. Waters straight ahead moves the pile a couple yards. And timeout to stop the clock called by the Buffalo Bills. They have one remaining. Here's Michael Sinclair.
Those are things and situations that a veteran quarterback, see, I would have understood that right away. Yeah. And I would have went up there and said, no, we got the first down. Let my guy here, Derek Mays, who's had such a terrific day, let him have the catch.
So Kitna and Holmgren confer on the sidelines. You saw Michael Sinclair and Sam Adams. They will sleep well tonight for a number of reasons. Boy, they played a fine game on that front line.
And I think the big key, too, is I think the people in Seattle, you can see what this offense and John Kitna, they have a chance to do. Nice throw. Anticipating over the middle. Finding the open receiver. Nice touch. I tell you, he's got to go home and be excited about the way he played tonight, the way he made decisions. He was calm and threw the ball on target all day long.
Waters, right side, cuts it back. Penalty markers down in the backfield as Waters breaks across the 25 to about the 24-23. Kurt Schultz made the tackle.
And that might be the play that we saw right there, even though it's going to be called back. That signifies, or that's the signature play, I should say, for Mike Holmgren's running game.
Holding. Number 79 offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's the right tackle, Grant Williams.
It's almost like the old Green Bay sweep. He did it out in San Francisco. It was one of his good running plays up in Green Bay, and it hasn't worked well for him this year, but he'll keep trying until he gets it.
I remember the frustration of that Green Bay sweep growing up a Bears fan in Chicago. And you knew it was coming. They just couldn't stop it. No one could stop it.
Well, when you watch this running game today, it's been so good and so efficient for Seattle, it's hard to believe no rushing touchdowns for the year.
Ricky Waters to about the 45.
But
Ricky Waters on the carry.
They're 4-2. You can't have it all, Greg.
That last 4 games, Seattle got 94 yards at Chicago, 90 at Pittsburgh, 75 against Oakland, 61 at San Diego. Today, they're up over the 100-yard mark. 106.
And the thing, you know, I'm surprised. I really thought it would be more than that by watching the game, because it's been appropriate rushing yards. And seems like when they needed a few good runs to take away some momentum away from Buffalo, they got them.
Play clock down to 1. He just barely got the snap off. Ricky Waters trying to the left side and is dragged down from behind. Pat Williams, 93. Sam Rogers, 59.
And the crowd is booing because I guess they ran the football. Now go ahead and throw it. Throw it interception. I know Ricky Waters went out of bounds too, but I think they're more upset about the play call. See, when you sit in those seats or you stand up here, what, Greg? You got all the answers. We got them all.
Kevin Williams looking for a big return for the Bills. We're down to 2.5 minutes to play. Eagle off the side of his foot, and it bounces out of bounds at about the 17-18 yard line once again to New York. Jim Nance.
Greg, how about this? It looks like a Jet has beaten the Jets.
All right, Jim, thank you.
I tell you see Rich Gannon moving around there. I watched him real close against the Buffalo Bills last week, and I just forgot how nifty he is moving around. And he has got a pair of quick feet, and that play illustrates how quick he can move around and make those little plays that, hey, maybe won the game for him today.
We'll see those Oakland Raiders next week as they host the Miami Dolphins. Doug Flutie with 2:26 on the clock. Steps up on the run, directing his blocking, and runs out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. 14-yard pickup.
Well, 2:18. You still have a timeout.
And you need
Don't
two
give
scores.
up. You need 2 scores. Just get down and make one. You onside kick. You never know.
Doug Flutie, 5 carries, 48 yards today.
I don't know how he got out away from that one. Doug Flutie is truly getting faster as he gets older.
Blitz. Flutie throws, complete. Kevin Williams to about the 38.
Take your time, let the 2-minute warning happen. He wants to try to maybe kill the clock, get one more play, but you're not going to make it.
And the whistle blows before he can get the snap off. And how the clock can read 1:59, I don't know. We'll be back.
Over you go. Not only you're not saying they're not going to win yet, but how you could have a chance to really separate yourself from so many other teams.
The Bills, second down and 3 from the 39. The pass batted down. Cortez Kennedy looked like he stuck a paw up there and swatted it out of the sky. Oakland has beaten the New York Jets. 3 touchdown passes for Brett Favre today as the Packers knock off San Diego. And those Indianapolis Colts, who impressed us a few weeks ago in losing to Miami, they beat Cincinnati. And St. Louis rolls along. How unusual. 3rd and 3. Flutie over the middle, incomplete. It was intended for Kevin Williams.
He had him. Kevin Williams beat his guy. He's down the middle, but Doug Flutie a little off target at time, a little off balance, trying to make a throw, moving to his left, and go a little sidearm, made the ball sail on him.
If you're looking for 60 minutes, it's coming up next, right after we wind down here in Seattle, except here on the West Coast, where it will be seen at its usual time. 4th and 3. Flutie needs the 42-yard line to keep this drive alive. Scrambling down, penalty markers thrown in the backfield. Philip Daniels all over Flutie. My guess it's a holding call on the Bills.
Your guess is going to be good, Greg.
Holding Number 77. Penalty is declined. Take the result of the play. First down.
Robert Hicks on the hold, and just again, what a great job by that defensive line today of the Seattle Seahawks.
All of them. Phillip Daniels that time, Michael Sinclair, and Robert Hicks, the Buffalo right tackle. That is really such a tough assignment to come in here. Phillip Daniels down at the bottom is going to get the sack, and you can see on top the holding penalty. Tough assignment, crowd noise, shotgun, no back in the backfield, one-on-one blocking. You can't hear the quarterback. Tough to protect your quarterback for a long period of time.
John Kitna takes a knee as the clock continues to move. We'll remind you the executive producers of the NFL and NBA on CBS are Sean McManus and Terry Ewert. The coordinating director of the NFL on CBS is Larry Cavallina. The producer of today's game is Mark Wolf. The senior producer of the NFL Today is Eric Mann. NFL Today directed by Bob Matina. The associate directors of today's game, and fine gentlemen they are, Ross Schneiderman and Brian Lilly. And our broadcast associates are Ryan Galvin and Jonathan Siegel.
Did you talk about Mike Luck and our Paul Newman up here?
Not yet.
See, Paul Newman sitting up here with us. It just shows you all people named Paul Newman are not good looking. You know, not all of them. Just good.
Another knee, and let's check now the AFC East with a loss by the Buffalo Bills here. They fall to 4-3. Miami leads the way at 5-1. New England 5-2. The Colts winners today, and the Jets losers now 6 of 7. In the AFC West,
that's
a three-way tie.
Both.
Top the AFC West.
Really, Greg, you got 4 teams in the East and the West that are everyone's alive for all the good things that can happen to you when you look towards the end of the season. And Mike Holmgren, he has just got to be so excited about how his team performed and the step forward they made in executing plays on the football field.
Mike Holmgren will see his Seahawks climb into a three-way tie for first atop the AFC West. Buffalo Bills have called timeout. The Seahawks improved to 4-2. Kansas City 4-2. San Diego, with a loss to the Packers today, falls to 4-2. There you see the West. Oakland with a win today, just a notch behind at 4-3. And Denver, for a while, we thought we're going to pull out a win today against the New England Patriots.
The one thing, how about we were talking, I remember Michael Sinclair when he left the room the other day, and we had talked about defense. We looked at the Seattle defense. You look at the AFC West, and you go down every team. The one thing that really sticks out in my mind, what they all have in common is that they all have really good defenses. So that's what's going to enable them all to stay in games, to keep it close, and whose offense can perform well enough might be the difference who's going to win the division.
Well, that fourth down play comes up short, and so with 25 seconds to play.
You know, I don't know why Buffalo called a timeout. And I'll just say this. It's because it would worry me a little that you're 25 seconds ago, can you get 2 scores? Not that I believe in this much, but in this situation I would. A player getting hurt.
Flutie has thrown a career-high 48 passes today. Completed 23 of them for 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He'll throw number 49 right here. Deep drop, throws it this side, complete and out of bounds to number 89, Camille Loud. Coming into today's action, Camille Loud had 1 career reception for 11 yards. That was his 5th today for 61.
You know, the other thing that's been impressive, Doug Flutie, Greg, you just talked about all those throws. Usually a defensive line, they wear out. You know, they wear out after about 30 passes. You know, you kind of give up. Then you're chasing Doug Flutie around. Maybe it ends at 25, but they have kept the pressure up all day long.
Here's pass number 50 of the day for Flutie. Throws it downfield. It is incomplete. We have 14 seconds left. We were talking with Doug about his days in the CFL, and you know, he's been all over the place. He's been around the NFL, the CFL, the USFL.
And now back to the NFL. And it was fun, wasn't it? Just listening to what he did in the CFL. He goes, oh, it was great. I didn't care what the defense did.
He did the game planning.
He did the game planning. He says, all I did, I just made game plans that confuse and drive the defense crazy. I was going to make them, I was going to dictate play. They were going to react to what I was going to do.
And if you were watching on the NFL today, you saw that pass when he was a member of Boston College. Running plays, finish things off. Antoine Smith looking for the sideline and is out of bounds at the 46 with 7 seconds to go.
You spoke too soon.
They did, didn't they?
Uh-huh. Well, maybe now. 7 seconds. I don't know if you run one more play or you try to give it the old heave-ho and try to get it in the end zone.
Well, that would be one more play.
Well,
oh, you mean run?
Yeah, maybe just run one more play and get out of this. Pete Kendall. Red Sox fan.
Look, here are a couple of Boston College Eagles right there.
Glenn Foley, the other guy.
7 seconds to play. All that stands between the Seahawks and their 4th win of the season. Flutie steps up, flips it back, and that's how you don't get hurt. Robert Hicks takes the lateral. Once again, our final score, Seattle 26 and Buffalo 16. Coming up next on CBS, except in the Pacific time zone, 60 minutes. For Phil Simms and Armin Katsayan, I'm Greg Gumbel. So long from Seattle. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.